Are new cars secretly getting breathalyzers? Here's what the law really says. Kiduaikao 0:00:0:40. What if I told you that thousands of people now believe every new car is being fitted with a breathalyzer? That police or even the government could stop your car from starting if you fail an alcohol test. Sounds shocking. But here's the strange part. The law behind this claim is real. It has already been enforced for years. Yet almost everything you've heard about it is wrong. Today I'll explain exactly what the law says, what it doesn't say, and why the bigger story isn't actually the breathalyzer at all. What the regulation actually says. Let's begin with the facts. Back in 2022, a new vehicle safety regulation came into force. It requires new vehicles to include several advanced safety systems. One item on that list has caused endless headlines. Alcohol interlock installation facilitation. Most people stop reading right there, they hear the words alcohol interlock and immediately assume every new car now contains a built-in breathalyzer. But that's not what the regulation says. The 4 words everyone misses. The answer is hidden inside the legal definition. The regulation describes it as a standardized interface that allows an aftermarket alcohol interlock device to be installed. Think about those words carefully. A standardized interface, not a breathalyzer, not a testing device. Simply a connection point, a socket that allows one to be installed later if someone decides it should be. That single definition completely changes the story. The law doesn't force every driver to blow into a breathalyzer. It simply means manufacturers prepare the vehicle so one could be fitted in the future, if legally required. Who could require one? This raises an obvious question. If the car doesn't come with a breathalyzer, who might install one? In some situations, a court after a drink driving conviction, a company managing commercial vehicles, a bus or transport operator, fleet managers responsible for employee vehicles. Those are specific situations, not ordinary private drivers buying a family car. The feature you should actually care about. Ironically, while everyone argues about breathalyzers, almost nobody talks about the system that's already inside many modern cars, the event data recorder. Think of it as the car's version of an aircraft black box. It doesn't constantly track every journey, but during the seconds immediately before, during, and after a serious collision, it records valuable information: vehicle speed, braking, steering, seatbelt use, throttle position. Those few seconds can become extremely important after an accident. Does it spy on you? This is where people often become worried. Does it monitor every trip? According to the regulation, no. Its purpose is limited to crash-related information. It isn't designed to track everywhere you drive every day, but after a collision, those recorded seconds can become evidence. Unlike human memory, the data doesn't forget, it doesn't panic, and it doesn't change its story. Does this affect older cars? Another common misunderstanding. If your vehicle is already a few years old, nothing changes. There is no requirement to retrofit existing cars. No one is coming to install new equipment. No inspection will suddenly fail because you don't have these systems. The regulation mainly applies to newly approved vehicles built under the newer standards. The bigger question. So perhaps we've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, will my car force me to take a breath test? The more important question might be, what information can my car record after an accident? Technology inside modern vehicles is becoming increasingly sophisticated. Understanding what those systems actually do is far more useful than believing sensational headlines. Final thoughts. So let's put everything together. Yes, the regulation is real. Yes, new vehicles are designed with an interface that allows an alcohol interlock device to be installed. But no, that does not mean every new car contains a built-in breathalyzer. The real story isn't about a hidden alcohol test. It's about understanding the technology already built into modern vehicles and separating facts from fear. Because once you read the actual wording of the law, the headlines suddenly look very different.